Alright, so to start today we're going to go over some things from last session. So we're going to go over the different parts of the cello to start with. So can you just tell me what these are?
Those are the tuning pegs. Scroll.
The black part.
The fingerboard?
What are these?
I'm going to go with strings.
Middle?
The C bowl?
Out, yep.
Out.
What do they look like?
The F hole?
Yes.
Fine tools?
Yep, and
The N.
good. You have a good grasp on that. So we did that. We'll also go through and identify the different parts of the bow. So what's this part?
The tip.
Yep. The long wooden part.
The stick.
The end.
Screw. The frog.
Yep. And then
The hair.
yep. Good. Alright, and then the last thing we did was we started to learn bass clef on our last lesson. So I'm just gonna have you identify some easy notes that we learned for the first, and these are the notes that are all on the bottom two strings that we learned. So what's that?
C.
Yeah.
F. E. C. E. And G.
Good. Like you did your practice. Okay, so to start, let's go ahead and we've got our top two strings, which you already know that the bottom two are C and G. So our next two just go D and A.
Okay.
So for bass clef, we're going to do the same thing we did already, except we're just going to keep continuing up. So if we had a C here, the next note's going to be A.
D.
Yeah.
E. F. G. A. D.
Then after that,
E. D.
yep. And it just keeps going up like that. You know what this means?
No.
Okay. So that's a sharp. Sharps make the pitch go higher. So like if this is a C, the next note would be C sharp, not D. Sharps and then flats are gonna lower the pitch by a note. So this would be C flat, which would be the same as D. So we won't get too much into that right now. We'll just stick to the main notes, which the main two we're gonna learn for today are C sharp and F sharp, because those are on the strings and what we'll use this semester. So how can you point out what these notes are?
D. A. F sharp. B. E. G. D. C sharp.
Good. Good. Really quick learning on those. Alright, so today we'll actually be able to play the cello for the first time. So I just want you to point out what you think this cello player exhibits for good posture.
Sitting straight up.
Yep.
Knees spread and firm on the ground.
What about where he's sitting?
Towards the front of the chair.
Yes. And what about his feet?
They pointed outwards.
Yep. And his back is
Straight.
yep. Good. So that. Can you tell me anything that's wrong with me right now?
You're not sitting up straight. Your feet are crossed, not flat.
Yep. Here we go. I think you got it. Nice. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and show me what you think is good playing position there. Yeah, good. So you're gonna want to just kind of almost hug the cello with your legs a little bit and make sure you're sitting up. Yep, there you go. Good. Looks good. And when you put the cello together at home, you're gonna want the end piece to be long enough to where the tuning pegs are a little above your ears. So this is actually a really good height for both of us. So now we're gonna go ahead and start playing on the strings a little bit. So we're gonna learn what's called pizzicato, which is just using your finger and not the bow. So for that, you're gonna go ahead and put your left thumb on the little pad. Yep. And that'll be, when you actually use your fingers in the future, that'll be right where your second finger goes on this. So, but we don't have to worry about that because we're going to use the open strings for now. So then your other finger will come down. Yep. And you'll just pluck it. Go ahead and do that once on every string. Good. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to have you play on the low string, which is C. We'll do 4 quarter notes on that. We'll go up and then back down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The only thing you're doing really good, the only thing you want to watch out for is to make sure you don't tuck your thumb all the way behind the fingerboard. But other than that, that was really well, and you're keeping your good playing posture. So we'll go ahead and move on. Here, I'll take this for now so we can learn about our bow a little bit. So, for the bow hold, you're going to want to keep a loose hand, or someone could just fit through there and you could stick a pencil through your hand. And what you're going to want to do is these fingers are going to lay over here. Now you might see violin or viola players put their finger up here when you're playing in class, but you're going to want to keep your pinky all the way down. So they'll stay relaxed, and your pointer finger's just going to want to roll over a little bit, and then you're just going to hold it like that, and you're going to have control on that app. I have a picture here. Can you tell me what this player's thumb is doing?
Sort of.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's something to be careful of. A lot of players want to extend their thumb all the way out, but then you're going to get really sore up in your hand if you play for a long amount of time. So you want to make sure you want to keep that curve in there. So why don't you go ahead? Yep, straight thumb. Good. Get on the side of your pointer finger. Yep, and as long as you make sure that curved thumb is there, you're doing good. Okay, so now I'll take that. Now I'll let you get back into your bow hold again one more time. Make sure we have that correct. Yep. Just let your fingers lay on it and not curl. Yeah. Okay. So now, can you just go ahead and just long bow, and just go ahead and do it all for all the strings for me. Yep. Yep, and something when you're bowing to remember, if you can see where the rosin marks are when I played it earlier today, is you're gonna want to play right between the bridge and the fingerboard. Yep, I want to keep it perpendicular to the strings like that. What you were just doing is good. For that higher, or the lower string, I mean, you're gonna want to go down more and then just rotate it bringing that rotation rather than moving your whole body over. Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and bring your left hand up. Yep, thumb on the back. And now today we're only gonna worry about that first finger, and it's gonna go right there. You can go ahead and just move it between all the strings, get a feeling for. And a lot of younger students will have problems pushing that seal to get the string isn't pushed all the way down. You'll get a rattle, and sometimes the note won't come out. So if you're having trouble with that, just take a break from your practicing, let your hand rest, and come back to it later. So what I'm gonna have you do is we're just gonna do a really quick exercise to get used to that muscle memory for that first finger. So we're gonna just slowly go. First finger. You can rest for a minute, move the bow. And we're just gonna do that all the way up to the top. And I'll do that on with you here. So just go ahead and copy. So yep, now we can change. Yep. Yeah, it's the piano, it's not you. You're in the right spot. And then first thing. Yeah, the piano's really out of tune for that. Some of those first fingers, but it worked. Yeah, good. You're starting to build good habits. Just make sure you don't end up slouching down. You're always keeping that straight back when you're at home. So if you can come into our lesson for next week, and you have, you can go ahead and show me what good good playing posture looks like. Again, with straight back, feet flat on the floor, legs hugging the cello. And you've been doing a good job of this. I didn't even make a note of it. Is you always have the top of the cello against your chest, leaning there nicely. Yeah, and then so if you can get the end pin out and show me good playing posture, I'll go ahead and let you choose what variation of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star we play on the end of the recital for our concert. So can you name me 3 good things about playing posture? I just went over some of them.
Straight back, flat feet, cello on your chest.
Yep. And where does your pinky go in holding the bow?
Just on the end.
Yep. It can go on the top. You might see your classmates using their pinky on the top. So really quickly here, I'm just going to point to a couple notes, make sure you remember these.
D, G, F sharp, C sharp, D.
Good. Got a good grasp on that. So, what are some things to remember when you're actually bowing on the instrument?
Usually between the fingerboard, this,
which is called
bridge.
Yes, good. And do you want to move your shoulder to reach for new strings?
Nope.
Nope, yep. Just want to move it on that. That's good. So, remember with everything we went over, good posture and stuff when you go home and practice. Remember, if your hand gets tired, if you're bowing, take a break, or you could use pizzicato for a while. That'll work to get at least the notes down, then you can get bowing back. And just remember to work on the posture assignment for next week. On that, I'll see you next week.